Hello guys, it's RagingRaptor here, and I want to give you a brief update and some thoughts about the T55A, an upcoming Tier 9 reward tank of the German tech tree. Basically, it's an T54 with elite settings, but with some things which are not the same. So let's first go over the stats. First of all, as I said, it's a Tier 9 German medium tank. The hit points are compared to the elite T54 with the same or the equivalent gun. Hit points, it has 50 more HP, so it comes to 1700. Well, this is first a plus for the T55. It has a little bit more HP, probably can save your life 1 in 100 times, but yeah. Then let's go straight to the armor. The whole armor of the T55 is 100 in the front, 80 in the side and 45 in the rear. And this is basically 20 armor less in the front than the T54 of the Russians have. And this, I think this is something you really can feel, because the 120mm of the T54 are also quite angled, so it gives you a really high amount of effective armor. And only these 20mm of armor can make kind of a huge difference when you compare the, with the effective armor. At the moment, I don't have the exact values when you're shooting like on the on the 45 angle at the frontal hole, but yeah. Let's keep on going. Well, we go to the engine power. The engine power is 580 horsepower. The T54 has 700. So this gives you a power to weight ratio of 15.55 HP per ton, which is for a medium tank okayish. When you compare it to the T54, which has 20 HP per ton, it's worse. It's really worse. 5 HP per ton is quite a huge difference. This you can also see in the max speed. The max speed of the T55A is 50 to 20 backwards, and the T54 has 56 to 20 backwards. But when we go now to the suspensions, you can see that this tank can be quite mobile. The traverse is 50 degrees per second, compared to the 48 of the T54. But one thing which is really special about it, the terrain resistance is quite low, with 0.7 on medium, 0.7 on hard, 0.8 on medium, and 1.4 on wet ground, I would say it. And the T54 has 1, 1.2, 2.2, and this is a quite huge difference. This means that this tank will accelerate probably even faster, even if it has less HP per ton, because it has a better terrain resistance. It goes much better over soft, medium and hard ground. Then to the fuel range, it has 5 meters more fuel range than the T54, and this goes to 395 meters, which is okay. Well, it is really good for a tier 9 tank, but probably it also will get nerfed with the upcoming nerf in 9.5 fuel range nerf. The traverse of the turret is 46 degrees per second compared to the 44 of the T54. It's also again better. And now let's go to the main feature of the tank, the gun. The gun is a 100mm Panzerkanone D10T2S L56. It's basically the same like the top gun of the T54, just with another name. And also some other things. The damage and the penetration is the same, 320 to 201 penetration and 330 with gold. The module damage is also the same, but here comes already a new thing, the reload time. 7.6 seconds reload for the premium tank. The T54 has 7.8. The accuracy is 0.33, which is again better, because the T54 has 0.35. The aiming time is the same like the tier 10 Object 140, 2.1 seconds. The T54 has 2.3 seconds. Only the T54 has a little bit more ammo with 50. The T55 has only 43. And one thing which is also not the same is the elevation. The T55 has minus 4.25 degrees to plus 14.25, while the T54 has minus 5 to plus 20. So let's summarize. What does this say to us? This tank will be, I think, a really capable tier 9 premium, which probably even tend to be OP a little bit. Because yeah, it has less hull armor, which is probably one of the main features of the T54. But it has a really good terrain resistance, which gives something like, it gives us something more better terrain resistance for less HP per ton. It compensates. I think probably I'd rather take better terrain resistance than better HP per ton ratio. Then you get better fuel range, traverse end of the turret and the suspension, this is better. And then the gun. The gun has better reload time, better accuracy, better aiming time. Just the elevation is a little bit worse. So basically this tank has more HP and more damage, which he can pull out in sniping. And if you summarize this even more and just abstract it, you can say the T54 will be more the brawler, with better hold down, probably better, getting to be better in hold down positions, and the T55 will be the damage dealer, with better aim time, better gun handling, just a little bit worse elevation and the gun depression and elevation angles, a little bit worse hull armor. But I think, in my opinion, as I think a good player, I would say myself, this tank will be a really good and nice tier 9 premium. But now, how to get this tier 9 premium? Well, today, Evely, one of the VG wargaming producers, said that he confirmed that these tanks, I also will make a video to them, the T28 Concept, the T55A and the Object 260, the Object 260 is an IS-7 with another turret on tier 10, will be obtainable in individual missions. And these individual missions will come in 9.5. And in another questions and answers, one of the producers said that 9.5 will come before the holidays, the winter holidays, with 11 new tanks. The new British tech tree for the mixed, mediums and TDs, with this huge gun, which is probably going to be damn. But yeah, if you want to get more information about the new tier 9 and tier 10 TD, check out my other video. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got some impressions about this tank. And yeah, see you on the battlefield.